No,
What do you go through? What
I
do you
ain't
go
going through
through?
nothing really, 'cause I've been there a lot of times before, but I'm just looking to see if that quality's still there.
What goes through your mind when you go through nothing? I've been there a lot, but I'm just trying to see if that quality is still there. Do you know if there is any decline, and if so, should this be doing that? Did the Nanu fight you, or did you believe that it wasn't there mentally? If it had been me, it would never have believed he was following a protracted quiet. The interviewer was fortunate to meet a more relaxed John Fury earlier today, as he celebrates his 60th birthday. Although the pain of the loss is still evident in his words, John Fury has finally spoken about Tyson Fury's loss against Oleksandr Usyk after failing to attend any interviews or make any comments. Many fans believe that Bill Haney, the father of World Boxing Council super lightweight champion Devin Haney, is the closest boxing figure to John Fury. The loudest voices in the hearts of die-hard boxing fans are those of Bill Haney and his son Devin Haney, who lost his first fight a month ago to Ryan Garcia before the final bell. Both are very talkative, maybe even more talkative than their sons who fight during press conferences, interviews, and fights. A few hours after the fight, Bill Haney reappeared on screens to demonstrate that he is still as outspoken as ever, even in defeat. However, until 3 days after Tyson Fury's first career loss against Oleksandr Usyk, John Fury was nowhere to be found. It took several trolls and insults on social media to force him out of his unusual silence. Devin Haney was embarrassingly dropped 3 times in the 7th, 10th, and 11th rounds for the first, second, and third time of his career. I think we talked about it earlier, but a lot of boxing fans say that after Oleksandr Usyk defeated his son Tyson to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world in Saudi Arabia, John Fury was nowhere to be found. I'm not sure what they'd been doing, but they must have been training the baker somewhere. At the end of the day, were they training on cream cakes and pasties or something else? You have to put in the work. After the 12-round competition in Riyadh, Usyk was declared the champion on Saturday night in a split decision vote. The judges gave Usyk a score of roughly 115 to 112 points. 37-year-old Fury defeated Usyk 114-113 to win all 4 heavyweight titles. Boxing fans were quick to draw attention to John Fury's involvement with the Gypsy King after his first professional defeat. Some even went so far as to say that Fury's father hindered, rather than helped him during the fight as he tried to overcome Usyk. Some even suggested that Fury's father's presence distracted from tactical advice being offered by his coach Andy Lee and trainer Sugar Hill Stewart, costing his son the fight. During Fury's corner, 2 very smart boxers from Sugar Hill and Andy Lee attempted to teach some clever tactical G-plan, but John Fury would constantly interrupt them by saying, "Use the jab, we're fighting men." It was a close fight, and I believe I did enough. But you know I'm not a judge, so I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing. If they had told me in the final round or whatever you're down, go out and try to finish him, I would have done that. However, a video showed Stewart giving advice to Fury before the final 2 rounds of the fight, telling him to don't cross his goddamn legs and be ready to punch before a fan claimed that John Fury's comments contradicted Stewart's tactical advice, potentially adding confusion for Tyson Fury ahead of the final round. Just keep boxing and doing what I was doing, and you know I thought he was getting it. But it was what it was. I'm not going to cry about spilled milk. Fury could also be heard telling his son repeatedly to light punches, light punches. He could also be heard walking over Stewart, telling Fury to box and move. I've given God the glory and experienced many victories. However, I also experienced 1 loss and a very close fight with a good and kind man named Usyk. Despite my best efforts, John Fury was essentially contradicting Sugar Hall's instructions in the corner, telling him to box, move, and throw light punches after Hill had instructed him to take the fight to Usyk and throw power shots. A fan wrote, "That's not how you win big fights. Embarrassing corner sideshow." Another person made a comment. Although it was reported that John Fury was winning the fight going into the final 2 rounds, the 2 judges awarded Usyk the victory. But Fury was awarded the final round on each of their scorecards and was a vocal presence in Tyson's corner during the fight. Moreover, controversy surrounded John Fury in the lead-up to the undisputed World Heavyweight title showdown. Stewart needed to remove him from the corner because there were too many cooks, and it was embarrassing. I tried my hardest in there, and I was having a lot of fun, though it didn't look like it. I was playing around with my hands behind my back and enjoying it because you know he's a good fighter, Oleksandr, and I was catching him and he was catching me. It was a good fight, so I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did getting punched in the face. What was even funnier was what happened after the scorecards were announced. John Fury appeared to be ejected and angry with the ruling. He promptly turned away from the celebrations occurring among Usyk and his team exchanging brief words with one of Tyson's trainers. Usyk, according to John's previous remarks, he was probably taken aback by the fight's outcome. In Tyson's corner, between rounds 11 and 12, the 59-year-old begged his son not to make any mistakes when declaring 1 round to undisputed. After the fight, Tyson reiterated that his team had informed him that he had done enough in the 12 rounds to win. "I thank Oleksandr for a great fight. It was close, but I felt like I did enough." He stated at the press conference following the fight, "I'm not a judge and I can't judge a fight while I'm boxing it. If they had told me before the final round that I was down, I would have gone in and tried to finish it. But everyone in the corner thought we were up. All I had to do was keep boxing and keep doing what I was doing, and I was getting it, even though I think I won a few of the final rounds. I'm not sure if I won the first round, but I think I won 5 of the first 6, and then the next 6 1 or 2 as well." Fans on the internet swiftly criticized Tyson's father and his team for their poor advice during the final round. While another former user added, "I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did getting punched in the face, yeah." Fury's dad completely contradicts the head coach catching him, and he was catching me. The other former user concluded, "It was a good fight. I appreciate you talking about the battle on his YouTube channel." Further criticism was leveled at JN by UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping. According to web users, the corner worker was a complete mess because John Fury was yelling over the top of Sugar Hill Street when he started, so you were sitting there receiving contradictory advice. Although John Fury is his father and is obviously emotionally